Not playing with me tonight. Yeah, playing with me tonight, but YouTube. Okay, let me finish off Nita. All right. And since Nita wants to know what's coming towards her in love, Nita wants to know what's coming towards her in love. I do. All right, Anita. So, all right. See, you know what's crazy? I even updated the app before coming on here, and it's every time there's an update with this damn app, it always goes and starts fucking up the lives. But it is what it is, right? But anyway, so Anita, we have four of swords, right? So you having a reset in love, right? Because we also have the Temperance, which is being patient, healing, balance, right? So and this and Four Swords was talks about healing too. So you have two cards that talks about healing. So you're in like a healing phase right now, right? But a lot of people have this misconception where you have to be healed in order to be in a relationship, which is not really true because sometimes relationships, the only way you could heal is within the relationship, right? But you do have somebody with the Six of Pentacles, I mean, Six of Pentacles, excuse me, Six of Cups here. This is like soulmate energy, right? Because Six of Cups for me is the soulmate card because it's past life, dealing with somebody past, but it's soulmate connection, right? Because all soulmates we have a past connection with, you know. Your arch enemy is your at one point in time could have been in past life your soulmate who was your best friend. Like and every time you reincarnate, you get to different things, right? So with this one, Six of Cups, your soulmate's coming in, but don't hold on too tightly because you're gonna want to hold on tightly with the Four of Pentacles here. Four of the Pentacles is holding on too tight. You just gotta remember, Anita, you're the Empress here. You don't chase, you don't attract, you don't make mountain moves unless you need to. But in this case, you don't really. You just gotta sit down and let them come to you because the Empress don't really exert herself. She sits back, look pretty, and let whoever needs to approach her correctly, right? So you just got to tap into divine interest. What doesn't pass me by will be for me, right? You attract things. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What else can we tell Anita? Ugh. I really, when I get my own place and I get a better setup, I'm gonna have a wall right here that if it hits. Well, then again, I have to figure out because it's gonna slide. Never mind. Oh, never mind. I'll figure it out once. Let's say what time comes. Yes, it's still going, Anita. It's still going. Oh no, I'm just shuffling. Mm. All right. Okay. Let's do this. All right. So be aware. Use your discernment because we have false connections. So be aware that false connections might come up, might appear. Um, and I feel like when that happens, it's gonna be like they check all the boxes, but we're missing a few. But don't ignore the ones that are missing because they could just be very big flags, red flags. Just so, like I said, pay attention. Um, to people who are coming into your life to, want to date you, right? So we have platonic passion. Platonic passion here is given more so you guys start off as friends, but then then evolves into like lovers. That's what it is. Start off as friends, you evolve into lovers. Right. And that happens because we have comfortability here. So you guys are very, very comfortable with each other. Very comfortable. So it's like they feel like a safe place. They feel like home. Don't rush things because we have rushing things. Don't rush it. Just let it flow naturally. What it needs to do, because if you rush it, it's gonna burn out, right? And don't forget to pour into yourself as well, because we have love yourself. So don't forget to pour into yourself. Make sure you do things for yourself. Don't let the relationship consume you when this person comes in. I just want to shuffle this and get two cards from this deck. Okay. Yeah, we have palm tree, so it's gonna be very stable. It's gonna be a stable connection that can pretty much endure anything, and it's gonna be part growth and security. Right. So we have hammer, right? So they could want to build with you, um, and they're gonna work on it. They're gonna be very persistent in this connection, right? We have girl with a snake, so be aware. Make sure you don't tell everyone when this person comes in. Just make sure I always say this, don't tell, because I feel like there's a theory behind if you told your friends you're talking to somebody, and next thing you know, it goes to shit. And it's like, yo, who, like, what's going on? That's because, evil is real thing. So be aware. Don't, when this person comes in, don't say nothing. Just keep it to yourself. Because there are some people that have, snake eyes, evil eyes, right? And just them knowing that energy can tarnish things. So be aware of that. Just gonna get one more card. Yeah, look, we have divine timing, so everything's gonna happen when it needs to happen. So until then, just continue living your life, continue having fun, continue dating. Don't really change nothing. Yeah, look, because look, we have success here. I know that there is no greater goal than to love, right? So it's gonna be successful. You're gonna be very successful in finding somebody. Just continue doing what you're doing. Listen to your discernment. But I feel like the person that's coming in for you is gonna be your match. It's definitely gonna be your match, and they're gonna have some type of feeling, right? Just be aware of those who don't align with you. But that's what I have for you, Anita. All right, I know finale's next. All right, let me just shuffle this deck, and I got you, girl. All right, let me go take these. And that's for finale's who, Michael? And that's the last one. Let's see. All right. Ancestors. What can we tell Sonali when it comes to love? What's coming towards Sonali in love? What's coming towards Sonali in love? What's coming towards Sonali in love? Okay. Oh, girl. Oh, okay. I see what it is. All right. Because I was about to say, "Ooh, girl, you sure you want to be dating?" But no, that's not what it is. This is old energy. This is old energy. All right. So now we have the karma card, which is the justice. No, excuse me, which is the judgment card. Right. So you have a decision coming up. You have a very important decision coming up when it comes to love. So we have the four of cups. Right. The four of cups usually in traditional tarot has the floating hand giving them a cup. Right. The your spiritual team is gonna give you somebody who aligns with you, right? But you're gonna have other people, other options that are gonna be distractions. Let's put it like distractions, right? They're not gonna be so much as your equal or alignment. They're gonna have potential, but not enough potential to do things. So be aware of that, right? Because there's one that might shine a little brighter than the others. And but that one is comes with anxiety, right? Because we have the nine of swords, which is anxiety, stressing out. We have the nine of wands, which is just wounds and healing, right? Hi, goddess. And then we have the three of swords, which is disappointment and heartbreak, right? So the one that shines the most is bringing all that type of energy. They're gonna make you like second guess a lot of things, so you don't want that. But there is one that the divine is given, and I feel like that's decision. You're gonna have a very, very, very hard decision when it comes to love, and it's because I feel like you are having an exam or something. It's like a test. It's a test of your discernment more than anything, right? Not necessarily saying that this person who's bringing all this is a bad person. No, it's just that the relationship might be tumultuous. It might be a lot of up and down. And nobody wants that, right? But let's see what else. Yeah. We have different worlds. So you guys come from different backgrounds, different traditions, different religions. And that's why it has like all the frictions, right? We have physical passion. So they might cater more to physical stuff than the more emotional and soul deep stuff that you want. But the person that the universe is sending to you is a ride or die. They're very loyal. They are going to be very ride or die for you, right? They're going to be their loyalty is going to be unwavering. Their trust is going to be unwavering. They're they're going to be like I won't say obsessed with you, but healthy in a healthy way. Like I will always say Adam. I'm not Adam. I will always say Motricia and Gomez, right? Hi Michelle. That's type of healthy obsession. Patricia and Gomez Adams. Good. So Adams. What is his name? Hey, what is it? The Adams family, Gomez Adams. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You know what it is? Because it's two last names. But yeah, that's the type of thing. Relationship it is. Let's see. What else? Yeah. This the person that universe sends for you. You both of them are gonna be on the same page. You guys are gonna be on the same page. Look, marriage vows is gonna be the one that you're gonna marry, right? So remember, use your discernment, especially coming from different worlds. Not saying it doesn't work because some people make it work, but for you, it's more so it's gonna be a lot of up and downs. It's gonna be like a lot of disagreements, a lot of miscommunications, misunderstandings. Let's see what else. What else can we tell Sonali when it comes to love? Oh, I didn't even know this card. I'm using the other deck. Oh, my butt hurts. I'm sorry. So we have secret affairs. So another might be, like I said, user discernment might be a little out there. They might. That's what I said. You have the one that the universe is sending. Like they're all, wherever these other options are, they're all gonna be very very similar, but some of them are gonna be a little bit extra. Like I said. Be aware. Other ones might be having secret affair, shady dealings. They may have shady people around them. Yes. We have unsent text. So they might um be one of those people that, not the person that's coming for you, but like the other options, they might be um, you know, dealing with shady people, can't communicate correctly with the unsent text, secret affair, having a double life. So definitely use your discernment, girl. Definitely use your discernment when it comes to whoever sent, because it's a very, it's, for me it feels like a very big test. Like again, it's for you to use your discernment, for you to upgrade your, you're welcome, Anita, for you to upgrade your intuition, Sonali. Let's see what else. I get one card from here. Oh, I'm sweating. We have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, right? You've been given the answer keys. Look towards the past for, what do you call it? The signs, right? Look towards the past for the signs, because you've been given an answer key. It's pretty much an open book text. Every test that the universe, spiritual teams send us, it's always an open book test. It's just sometimes we get very emotional and we forget that it's an open book test and we still fail, right? Because again, free will is a hell of a thing, right? But you got this, Nolly. Well, whoever that person is, that one person that's ride or die, you guys be on the same page. They gonna want to marry you. You just gotta get through the weeds a little longer, but definitely you have options. So don't be afraid. Just follow your intuition. Don't second guess yourself. But that's what I have for you, Sonali. All right, Micah's next. Welcome. Micah. What's your question, Micah? Why do I feel like I need to get filling, but it's not ready yet for filling? General? Okay, got you. Let me just shuffle. Don't forget, I go live every Tuesday and Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Donations are welcome. Check the link tree link in the description. Just connect to this. All right, general reading. What messages do we have for Micah ancestors? They want a general reading. So, what messages do we have for um, Micah? Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out for Micah. What messages do we need to? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Um, let's start with here. So we have the chariot, right? Things are moving forward for you. Chariot also represents victory. So whatever forward move you're going through, forward movement you're going through in life, excuse me, that was really tongue tied. Um, you're gonna be victorious. And I feel like that's anything you set your mind to, you'll be victorious. You might have like resistance and delays and stuff, which is natural, right? But you are gonna be very successful in everything you put your mind to, right? Mm, but now here where it gets a little tricky for me. So we have the karma, which is the judgment card. So you have a decision, right? And it could just be you have to get out this you have to like actively decide to get out of these energies, which is the nine of wands and the nine of swords, which is, the nine of wands is the wounded warrior, somebody who's just always on the defense, always, kind of stuck in their wounds, overthinking as well about the past. Because the nine of swords here is overthinking, anxiety, worrying, stress, right? So you could just be overthinking about stuff, especially just like, oh, I should have done this, should have said this, and stuff like that, right? So you have a choice to make when it comes to that. Do you want to keep wallowing in that, or do you want to actually move forward? Which I feel like with the cherry here, you will actually move forward. So now here's another thing about that. We have the Six of Cups, right? So we have the Six of Cups, which is, dealing with the past, soulmate, and past lives and stuff like that, right? But here's where I say it gets interesting because we do have the King of Cups. The King of Cups, just because it's a man, necessarily mean a man, it could be man and woman. It's just the energy of things, right? The King of Cups represents somebody who is very emotionally intelligent, but they have a very good hold on their emotions. They're not erotic. Oh, not erotic, erratic. There goes, that's the word, erratic with their emotions. They're not all over the place. They're very tuned in, very calm. They know what that is, right? So I feel like that could be somebody you're going to potentially be dealing with, somebody who's emotionally intelligent, which is gonna shift a lot of things for you because it's gonna shift you from the nine of swords and nine of wands mentality. Could it be romantic? Mm, sometimes it could be just platonic. But here, I feel like it go either way for you. I feel like it go either way. Let's see, what else can we tell Micah when it comes to this general reading? What else can we tell Micah? So we have court date. So I don't know if you actually have a court date coming up, or it could just be courtroom stage. But the real drama start long before. Hey, no, Veronica. So the court date, right? Like I said, it could be a potential court date. So it could just be like jury duty or like a fine that you got. But it could also be court date, as in like sometimes what happens at spiritual court, which is your ancestors, spiritual team, spiritual guys. Say, oh, go to little meetings and have a meeting at the round table, and they decide what's next, right? Like what's the next lesson they're gonna throw at you. So that could just be it. That could just be the court date. That could just tell you something important is coming up. Like I said, with the judgment card here, something important is coming up. We have family feud. So it could just be somebody in the family has a court date coming up, family court, or it's something that whatever this family feud is can lead into court. So it could just be like inheritance or somebody owing somebody, that kind of thing. Honestly, I don't even feel like you're involved in the family drama. I feel like you're kind of like oblivious to the family drama a little bit, as long as it doesn't like come to your doorstep. Love and work. Let's see. Oh, yeah, log. Yeah, because you're the one that you want peace. You don't want to be around the drama. You want peace. And then there's other people in your family that's like, let's burn it all down, burning bridges. So I feel like you're gonna be stuck between a rock and a hard place when it comes to that. This particular thing. Um, Let's see. What else can we say something about love or career? Because right now it's just telling me there might be some stuff about this. Okay. You might have a wedding coming up. Wedding day. You might have a wedding coming up. Right. I know it's kind of weird because honestly, when you have this wedding day and we might have a wedding coming, you might meet somebody. But then I know some people are like, oh, but it's family, but it's also the other person's family. Um, but few friends go too, right? But like I said, you might meet somebody. It could just be somebody either from the opposite person's. I feel like it's from the bride side, right? Family that you might meet somebody and get along, right? Um, we have fake profiles, so be aware somebody might be stalking you a little bit or just watching your movement. I feel like this one it's more so somebody from the past, so it could just be somebody like an ex or an old friend that kind of stop being friends with. Let's see. Let's see what else they're gonna come up with. Cause sometimes they just be telling me what needs to be telling. Yeah, look, we have invite only. So yeah, you might be get invited to the wedding. You might be getting invited to the wedding. We have real receipts. So for real receipts, either keep collect your receipts or take a screenshot because the screenshot might be something on lines of that it's gonna help you because somebody might try to make you seem like the villain in a way. So make sure you keep your screenshots. Don't delete no threads. I'm trying to see if I can get. All right, this one. All right. Somebody in your family might be pregnant. Test results. That's pregnancy test. Unless you've been out here doing a horizontal tangle unprotected, but I don't feel like that. And then we have a plot twist that's coming in. I feel like this plot twist could be on anything. Could be um how everything unfolds or how everything begins to unfold. It's gonna feel like a movie for you. Absolute movie for you. All this nonsense that's going around. Right? But as terms of career, I don't I don't feel like it's much of a change. So I don't feel like you're gonna lose a job. I don't feel that. I don't feel like you're gonna get promoted. I don't feel like it's just gonna stay the same, right? It comes to love, like I said, you might get invited to a wedding, and that's when you might meet somebody. But I don't feel like the person that you meet is not like your forever person. I feel like they're like the bridge to you meeting somebody else. It's very, very complicated, but like their presence is significant. That's why I said that it could go either way. Like as in, you could just be friends and really close friends, and then you meet somebody from because of them, or it could just be you guys become really good friends and then actually start dating, stuff like that. But your family got some drama going on. Like you're gonna be like, I'm here for the tea, as long as it don't involve me. But I guess today's themes is family drama because that's like that's like the third or fourth time Family Feud came out. So I guess family drama is in the air. But that's what I have for you. My God, there's a lot of messages in there. They wasn't really they were all over the place. So and sometimes that happens. Because they're like, we got to get everything out right here, right then. But that's what I have for you, Micah. So I think you're the last one on the list. You're welcome. So again, I go live every Tuesday and Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. See you guys on Friday. Thank you for letting me read you. Have a good night and have a good rest of the week.